Welcome back to another Born Again Bow Hunting podcast. This week's episode, we are down in Kentucky deer camp, guys.
Woo! Yeah, dude.
So we've had some good luck, some bad luck. We're gonna,
some fortunate and some unfortunate.
Some really good highs and some really good lows.
More bad luck than good luck.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
No, but we've
for some of us.
for a couple people. Yeah.
So I think we're just gonna take this podcast and kind of raise a little bit of awareness.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be
serious
more
note.
On a serious educational note. And then we're going to go from there.
Yeah.
With it.
So, I mean, we might as well just jump right into it. So, old Stevie here, he got himself into a little bit of a predicament. And
yeah, go ahead. Just tell everybody what happened, how many, what you didn't have on you that would have maybe prevented it.
Yeah. So.
And hold on, before Stevie starts, if there's any coughing or if there's anything going on, like just you'll understand here real quick why. So just be patient and be understanding,
groggy,
because if Stevie sounds like he just woke up, it's not that he just woke up, it's that he's not feeling well, and we'll get into that.
That was the very first hunt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday
night.
Saturday night. Black stuck me in a tick nest. So we called Dr. Shayna once we figured out. Matt said there's 20 to 30 tick bites. Well, let's try this. Not a big deal, kind of ignored it, even though she told us to go to the doctor, and called her the next day and said there might be 103. So we went to the doctor, and didn't take him very long. They called it, what was the technical
Rocky
term?
Mountain Spotted Fever.
Yep.
Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever.
So we were very concerned about Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Stevie has 103 tick bites on his legs. We underestimated a little bit when I called my wife and just asked her. She wanted us to take him in that night with 20 or 30 bites, but we thought, well, we'll ride it out to the morning, see how you're feeling. And long story short, you never got better.
No.
And for Stevie to just lay on the couch and not want to go out and hunt and film, and obviously something was wrong. And stayed in the camper, couldn't eat, couldn't really do anything besides sleep. We knew something was up.
Go over some of your symptoms, though. Like, so people that get bit, they're going to know what they're actually experiencing.
Move your mic down. Like, angle it towards you just a little bit, Stevie.
How's that?
That's a little better.
Good.
We were getting a little bit of your breathing into it.
Probably.
But that's
wheezing.
Better. Yeah. you could hear him, like, wheeze into the mic. That's perfect.
Excuse me.
So, well, hold on. Before we get to the symptoms, what were you sitting in? What were you not wearing? Stuff like that. Like, let's get into that.
Yeah, so we were right off a bean field, but it had been mowed, bush hogged, so fairly tall still. And it had been mowed probably a week before. But other than that, there's a bunch of tall stuff too.
You were sitting in like a grass patch, basically.
I mean,
right off the beans.
Pretty much everyone's like, well, you get ticks and tall stuff. I mean, this is 3-inch tall, right off, green, nice lush beans. So
almost like somebody's yard, really. I mean,
yeah, it really wasn't much different.
Freshly mowed.
Yeah. And we got all excited and got to running around and didn't throw any Sawyers on, and the kind of stereotypical guy. It'll be all right this time.
It didn't.
'Twas not all right that time.
Yeah. Big shout out to Sawyer's permethrin.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my, that stuff is working wonders.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that in a 55-gallon drum.
Yeah, if you want to buy some stock into Sawyer's permethrin, Stevie's about to shoot that through the roof. But oh man.
So yeah, let's go over your symptoms now, and then talk a little bit about how we were concerned about Lyme disease, and we didn't really think about the Rocky Mountain fever until you went to the ER. But
well, let me stop you there just a second. So most ticks people think of are like the deer tick, which are fairly good size.
Fairly decent size, yeah. That
you can see them pretty easily. These are like the size of a pin head, like a sewing pin, like the plastic head.
Yep.
They're super tiny. So
Almost like a mite.
These
almost.
are
They call them turkey
mites.
So-
Seed ticks, turkey mites.
Yeah.
So when we say he had 103 bites on him, you might be thinking, how in the world did you not see them, feel them, all that stuff? They're extremely small. They're like a gnat size.
Well, and
Yeah.
with having freckles, I mean,
Yeah, Stevie is
It's-
covered in freckles,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like, and they're not like black, they're like
No.
brown.
Yeah.
they are a freckle.
Yeah,
I mean,
they look
they
just
don't
like
move.
a freckle.
anything.
So until it started to irritate his leg,
Yeah, you
you're
wouldn't
not just
notice
gonna
it.
see them.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a good
Not
one.
with 103 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So go ahead and go through your symptoms and
initially, it's just like a cold. You just feel a little drowsy, sore throat, a little bit of a headache. It's just like your common
Fatigue.
cold. Yeah.
fatigue,
Dizzy.
aching, dizzy.
Yeah, like you get a little bit of chills. Like if someone touches your skin, it's kind of like that pins and needle touch,
Yeah.
which everybody that's had a cold's like, give me 24 hours, we're good.
Yeah.
Over the next 24 hours, I probably just slept. I mean, that's all you want to do. Anything else is like, bleh. So, a lot of sleeping. I mean, the guys tried to get me to eat and stuff, which helped a lot. Drank some,
Pedialyte.
Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Got some of that in, some water. Black made some amazing
Mashed potatoes last night.
Yeah, that was a huge help. And then one of the best and worst things is we went out with Matt to go retrieve something yesterday morning, and that was only 200 yards of walking or so. That was a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could tell when we got back, you were just drained at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, pretty much from there on, because you boys went out and hunted again, and I didn't make it out for that.
I would be willing to say that Stevie slept the last 42 out of the last 48 hours. You think?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
You'd
number.
basically
Yeah.
wake up. You did film a couple evening hunts,
Hmm.
but then that was it. And then that when I killed, well, I guess everybody's gonna know eventually.
We could air that before this one.
Well,
so-
no, I mean, yeah, we could. I killed, and then once I killed, I started filming for the rest of the guys. So we just told Stevie to take a break and relax and try to recover.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just wanted to point something out too as well, guys. We're in the camper. Obviously, for those of you watching, you already know, but those of you listening via whatever streaming service you're listening to, we're in the camper. You might hear a couple weird noises, a truck drive down the road, or there's an inverter in the camper that just ran for the last like 30 minutes, so that might kick on a couple more times. So if you guys hear any back noise, we apologize for that. But
Yeah, we took the podcast setup and made it mobile, so
yeah,
we're working
Yeah.
with what we got
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
But so a guy down here at camp was telling us, I mean, not just on people how serious ticks are, but they actually had a cow die 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, it was recent, yeah.
and they sent it off to the University of Kentucky to get tested, an autopsy to see what was wrong, and they said that the ticks sucked it dry.
They said it had
essentially.
enough ticks on it to
Yeah.
kill it. Which is,
And when it brings down a 1,200-pound animal, like
Yeah.
that's insane.
yeah, we look at 130-pound Stevie and get worried.
Give him a little credit. He's 160.
106 ticks would have done it, not 103.
Dude. I cannot believe. I mean, you get ticks on you every once in a while, you get two.
Yeah.
Every once in a while one bites you. But once he started counting and he said there's 75 on my left
On
leg,
one leg,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, this is not good.
Yeah, down at his ankles, it's just
Yeah.
tore up.
And I don't know if there's really a good way to take those ticks off. I mean,
They're so tiny.
those little tiny, there's no way you can get a hold of them with anything.
No. I mean, I think the best thing I think the only thing that you can do is what you did, unless you put soap on them, like let them back out. But I don't know if this is the best thing, but this is what you did. You took just a really sharp knife and kind of just almost shaved your hair on your legs and got them out.
Yeah,
But it worked. But
The doctor didn't ask, how you took them out or anything.
no, she looked at, I had socks on, she looked at the top portion, she told me what she thought it would be, and I lowered my sock, and she just looks at me and goes, oh. And then paused for a second and then started checking my breathing and other stuff like that. And goes, yep, we're going to give you some of whatever that is, Shayna.
Doxycycline.
Doxy, yeah.
Black's our
Basically,
mobile doctor.
antibiotic.
There's no hope for you guys.
So when she gave you that antibiotic, she pretty much told you that this covers most tick-borne illnesses. Like,
Yeah,
it'll knock them all out once you finish it.
pretty much all of them.
As long as it doesn't go past like 72 hours. That first 72 hours is like your main
Critical,
concern from
yeah.
what I've read.
Well, and she said that too,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
she? She said like if you go in and get it treated between a certain time frame, it'll knock out the disease
Right.
pretty quick.
48 hours
Yeah.
is what they want you to not wait past.
So it's a
Yeah,
serious thing.
You were right there, right?
we were just under, I'd say.
It was close. Yeah.
We probably should have got you a little bit sooner, but
Would have been better if you went in the morning, but
yeah. But it is what it is.
yeah. So if you learn anything, if you get bit by a tick,
Take it seriously.
yeah, yeah, you really do.
Especially 103.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, one or two, it's hunting. Everybody, gets one or two, but you get into a nest like that, that's no bueno.
No bueno.
Yeah.
Because if we'd have got some stuff quick, before my throat started hurting bad to where I couldn't eat real well, I think we'd be back hunting tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be a fun podcast, and we'd be hunting, shooting stuff tonight, but that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, no.
So we just wanted to make this podcast to bring awareness to everybody, and we'll touch a little bit more in depth on what we can do to prevent this and stuff like that. But Stevie agreed that he wanted to make it a learning experience, so please take our experience and Stevie's experience and run with it, and buy a bottle of Sawyer's and spray it on your clothes before you go out. I'm going to say be responsible, but sometimes, you like we did, we get in the hustle and bustle of life, and you're excited, and you kind of forget. Just remember that, that's your life. I know it sounds silly talking about a stupid little tick, but, they killed a cow. Like, ticks killed a cow.
Unreal.
And we'll touch a little bit more on those that bird population that Mary was talking about. But, wear Sawyers. Maybe tuck in your pant legs and your socks. Get some boot gaiters, stuff like that. I'm not saying that you can't sit in some grass or, you got to sit where you can kill a deer. Everybody's got to do what they need to do. But at least take the measures to prevent, tick bites. Because I've never seen Stevie like this in deer camp. So the fact that he's willing to or wanting to drive home just tells you how bad it actually is.
Yeah. And he tried. He's been here for a couple days just doing nothing but sleeping, so
Yeah.
he was really hoping for it to kind of knock itself out, but
Yeah.
he needs to go home, sleep in his bed.
Yeah, for sure.
He needs his wife to take care of him because we're not doing too hot, I guess.
She's not looking for deer, too.
Yeah.
Well,
That's true.
Black, you want to touch base a little bit on, you guys were sitting fairly close together and you only got a few ticks on you, or maybe you picked them all off, or like what was the difference there?
There was only a few feet difference, and I don't know if I wasn't touching the same plant that he was on, because I don't know how they lay their eggs, but I was a few feet away. There's no real reason why I shouldn't have got him on me too, but apparently I didn't like they didn't like the flavor that I had to offer. So,
Stevie tastes a little sweeter.
so the moral of the story is have Stevie sit with you and you'll be fine. I'll just eat him.
Seriously. No, they won't after this because them clothes are going to be bathed in Sawyers.
There is something. Not to sound silly, I think there might be something to that, and in kind of a sense.
I think there's something with blood type or something.
Because for real, like when Logan and I, when we came down a couple of years and hunted, he would always get ticks on him, always, and we'd wear the same. Like even though you spray Sawyers, you always get like one or two on you, and like I would never get any on me, and Beebs would just be covered. So like I don't know if it's blood type or they just like a certain smell or I don't know. But obviously you got what they like, Stevie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some different blood put in me or something.
I think those little ones, I think it's like certain plants that they're on, or they must not move very far, because when we went to another spot and scouted, I touched just a leaf, just, pushed it away with my arm, and I probably had 20 or 30 on my arm. I mean, I just...
Crawling around.
Yeah, and I just took the knife right then and just knocked them off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and until coming down here, I had never heard of those little... I mean, they are so small. They're tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're legitimately the size of a
Yeah.
pinhead.
Yeah, it's amazing. You really got to look for them things.
And they burrow into you pretty quick.
Now, is that like what they call a seed tick? I've heard of seed ticks before, but
Yeah, I believe. When I looked it up online, seed tick was one of the referencing
common names or
that
something.
they
Okay.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Nasty.
So let's just make a funny moment. I wanted to bring up the fact that this is how bad Stevie was feeling in camp, just to kind of lighten the mood. We all went out and hunted or something. I don't remember exactly what happened. And we came back. It was midday. Camper was shut off, or the AC was shut off. And I mean, and if anybody's camped, like, you realize that, if it's 100 degrees outside, it's 120 inside the camper when the AC's not running. And we get back to camp, and Stevie is bundled up from head to toe. Sweatshirt on,
Leggings.
leggings, like
Two blankets.
Blankets, just all you can see is his nose and his eyes, and it had to have been 110
It was
degrees
so
in this
It was
hot.
camper.
roasting in here.
And I walked in and I was like, dude, I'm turning the AC on, Stevie. I don't want you to sweat to death. And he just kind of looked at me and like rolled over. He's freezing in his bed. The old chills were getting to you.
That's probably the worst chills I've ever had.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
I remember that night, the night before you got really sick, we were in the tree, and you were shivering in the tree, and you looked at me and you're like, dude, I'm so cold. And I'm like, Stevie, it's 80-some degrees. Like,
You should not be
you
cold.
should not be cold
Felt
right
like
now.
a mid-November hunt.
Like you were shivering.
Yeah, I was waiting for bucks in full-blown rut to go run by. That's what it felt like. It was...
Hey, you're more man than me, because I would not have been in a tree if I felt like that.
Stevie was trying his darnest to like just stay awake and like just be there for me while I was hunting, and I told him, I was like, dude, just take a nap. And he's like, thank you. And he just like leaned over and just
hugged the tree.
went to sleep for about an hour. And of course I got video of it and sent Snapchats to everybody.
Oh,
but but all joking aside, like, yeah, you were not feeling good.
Yep, that was a pretty good nap though. I've mastered sleeping in a saddle.
Yeah, dude, I do not understand.
Well, the old boy pulls like a strap out of his backpack, like a 3-inch strap.
And he looks so comfortable.
And he's like, I just look at him and he's like rigging it up. He's tying it onto his camera base. He's tying it onto his tether and his lines and rope and all this nonsense. And next thing you know, he sticks his head in the old strap and just leans up against the tree, and he's had a headrest. And I thought, oh, well, Stevie's done this once or twice before.
It's a regular.
We can do an episode on sleeping in a saddle.
You should, because I'd
safe
like to
sleeping
learn.
in the saddle.
Safe sleeping in a saddle.
Oh, that's funny.
So, someone else that we know down here, he got us real worried. We had dinner with him, and Stevie was in here sleeping. He's basically telling us that Stevie's got it bad.
Oh, he's a goner. He's dead.
Yeah.
Is what he was
And
telling us.
We made like 4 trips during dinner in to like make sure Stevie was still breathing, because we were all like
Worried about it then.
oh my goodness. But I'm glad that it really turned out. It's turning out okay.
Yeah, I know you don't feel well, but you at least look better. Like
Yeah.
there for a
Yeah.
couple days, you were looking rough.
Your eyes weren't opening fully.
Yeah, your eyes were like, yeah, you look dead.
There goes my hope of the truck.
Black's inheritance is slowly slipping away.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Murr a little bit. So one of my good buddies came down, and he's got some experience in the woods. Like he's probably in his, I feel bad if he's listening. He's probably in his mid-50s, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Sorry, Murr, if you're younger or older, but
Sorry if you're younger, not
Yeah.
sorry if you're older.
but he has some experience in the woods, and he's seen guys like completely life-changing events from tick bites. And he was telling us basically while we were having dinner that, we need to take care of you ASAP, or, it could be bad. So then where I'm getting at is he started talking about the grouse population and like cockbirds and stuff like that around here. And he said for the longest time, he didn't know what the population decline was, but he's starting to think now that it's the ticks killing everything off. And he talked about how the turkey population's dying off, and I mean around us the turkey population is nothing.
Yeah.
And I have noticed there's a lot more ticks around us where there used to not be as many. And it just makes you think that if a tick can kill a cow, not necessarily one.
Well, yeah, why
Sorry.
can't a tick kill a turkey, a poult,
Yeah, why
a grouse,
Why
anything?
couldn't like 20 ticks take down a turkey? And if you think about it, like, I'm 100. I know it was 100. That's quite a bit. 103 got on you, Stevie, but it knocked you out for days. And if you wouldn't have got meds, like, what would have happened?
Right.
Imagine
Got a truck.
Imagine what a Black would have got a truck.
Black was pulling for him, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Imagine what a tick would do to a turkey or a grouse, or
Right.
Well, 100
game
would take
bird.
out a whole little flock of them.
yeah.
Well, Murray even said that he talked to a biologist then too,
Mhm.
and that kind of confirmed like his own thought process on what was taking at least the grouse out.
Yeah,
And they said like from 2,000 elevation and down,
something like
the population was really getting hit hard
Well,
by the.
they were talking about the mosquitoes.
that. That was the,
Oh,
carrying
I'm
the
sorry.
West
yeah, West
Nile
Nile.
virus.
Yes.
that was the
yes.
West Nile.
They said that those mosquitoes don't go above a certain elevation, and that was specifically for like grouse.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's right.
But it has the same. I feel like it has the same aspect.
Correct.
That just because we're talking about a different insect or a different disease, like it started making us think that maybe we always blame the coon and the possum population and the skunks and like nest robbers for our turkey decline, but maybe it's the ticks. I've never heard that side. So
Yeah, it's just it's probably both.
yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But
Well,
just take it serious, guys.
seriously.
Yeah.
This is not a joke.
It takes like 2 seconds to put stuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have made this week a lot more fun for me. I had fun. Don't get me wrong. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
What was your most fun besides sleeping on the couch for 48 hours?
Getting that mattress pad.
yeah, that mattress pad was pretty banging. I was still feeling really good for that first hunt. We had I guess I can't really say what we had, but we had
Yeah,
a
you
heck of a
can.
time.
It's going to come out sooner or later. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's going to know.
The old Black got to
He got some opportunities.
some opportunities, and even if it doesn't work out, just getting to hunt together is a lot of fun. So, and I get to give him grief, so it's a win-win.
Should have got the truck.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well,
I don't have anything else unless somebody else does. I wanted to keep this short and sweet.
yep.
Just go to Walmart, hardware, whatever, and get you a
Amazon.
thing of Sawyer's for sure.
Yeah, Amazon,
It's well worth it.
I mean,
After it
most
dries-
sporting good places are gonna have it.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that we like is it comes in the big yellow spray bottle,
Yeah, I don't remember what.
and
It's right up
it's
there,
permethrin. I think it has a 2 on it.
Yeah, but I don't know what the ounces are. It's just a big bottle.
So you don't put it on your skin, you put it on your clothes. You put it on your outerwear like boots, gaiters, pants,
Jacket.
sweatshirts, stuff like that. You're not supposed to put it straight onto your skin,
Correct.
which I like better because I hate spraying stuff on my skin.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'll spray my outfit, but just for like my mental game, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't say this because I don't think technically you're supposed to do this from the directions. I dab a little bit more on my pants and stuff before I go out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. If deer's gonna smell that, they're smelling you.
Mhm.
So who cares? Like
Right.
if people are out there thinking, "Oh, the deer are gonna smell it," like, come on, man. If the deer smell that spray, they're smelling you.
Right.
So
What's the difference?
what's the difference? Yeah, they're gonna bust no matter what. So I always just dab it. Like if I'm going into a thick area, I always just spray a little bit on my pants and my boots before I go in.
I'd rather have a deer bust me than not be able to eat red meat again
Yeah,
Mm.
for real.
from that one illness
Yeah.
that they can carry.
For real.
That's nasty.
There'll be a bottle in my work truck, my wife's car, my truck, the camper, our camper, small camper, in-laws vehicles,
Boat.
the boat.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Just
no joke.
yeah, it is no joke.
Just take it serious, guys. That's all we have to say. Because you know, everybody thinks that it's not going to happen to you or yourself until it happens to somebody that you know or even yourself. So
Yeah.
this is the first experience that we've had with it, but everybody always says, you know, take it serious, and you kind of just blow it off because it's a stupid tick, but this is no joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that won't happen again for me.
Nope.
It's not worth it.
That's a tough lesson to learn right there.
Yeah. I'm too old to be learning the hard way.
Well. All right. Let's close it.
Close it. No matter what you've done in the past, you can always be born again, and born again is out.
Peace.